Well, guys, over the last couple weeks, we have been working on my Nitro bass boat back here. But for this week, we're actually going to be jumping into something else for this video. All right, guys, so for this week's video, we're going to be working on my truck right here. And so let's jump right into what we're doing with it. And also, before we jump into the truck, don't forget, we're giving away this Nitro bass boat at 25,000 subscribers when it is fully restored. So if you want to help us get there so that we can give this away, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And so for this week's video, we are actually taking off my running boards and redoing them because they are really rusty and need to be redone. So that is what we're doing in this week's video on my truck. Well, now that we're under the truck, we just have to pop these two off here, another one there, and then one more there. So we have 6 total bolts to pop off. But after getting under here, it's a little bit more rusty on the bottom than I thought. So this might be a bigger project than I originally thought it would be. Well, and just like that, we run into problem number 1 here. We just sheared off this bolt. I still think I can get it off, but it's not what I really wanted to do, but it was probably good. So then I replace all these bolts anyways because they're pretty rusted too. Well, not only did I shear the first one off, but I also sheared the second one off. So we definitely need new bolts for this when I put it back on after sanding it and then painting it again. Well, it took me about an extra half hour longer than I thought it was because I had to take the brackets off with it. I was just going to take the steps off, but it wouldn't let me just take the steps off, so we had to take it all off. Well, now we got to go do the other side. Well, guys, we got 2 bolts left, these 2 right here, and I upgraded to the air gun, so it shouldn't take me too long to have this off, and hopefully this time I don't have to take both the brackets off with it, and we'll see what happens here. Well, after a lot of dirt and rust to the face, they're both off, and some of the brackets to get them off fully, but now we gotta hand wire brush these because I don't have a wire brush drill, so this is gonna take a while and suck. And then we're gonna hit them with primer, a rust-free coat, and then a black paint, so then they're looking brand new. Well, I just ran to Walmart and I got some wire brushes because I decided not to do this by hand. And then we also got some matte black paint and then a clear matte finish to go on after we're done wire brushing these things. But we're going to start wire brushing these things, and hopefully it won't take too long, but they're pretty rusty, so it might take longer than I think. Well, it's probably been about 3 or 4 hours. I'm not even going to lie on that, but we have it fully undone. There's no more rust. Started with the wire brush, and then that did not work very well. So we went to the grinder, and the grinder worked absolutely fantastic. I've been using the grinder for probably the last 45 minutes, but that's how much I've gotten done in like 45 minutes because the only thing I had done was this little spot with the wire brush, and so that was not good. But this one is done, so now we're gonna have to move on to the other one, but I'm gonna take a break before I get on to that. So I will see you when we're done with the other one. Well, finally, after what feels like weeks, the second step is done. And so now we are truly ready to paint. But there is one problem with this whole thing, and that is those 2 bolts that sheared off in the beginning, they broke off. And so there's a bigger hole than what is necessary for the bolt to go in. And so I'm gonna have to go get the bracket welded on. And so we're gonna make this video 2 parts. So if you wanna see the full finished back on the truck, make sure to hit the subscribe button so that you can see part 2 when we get it fully back on the truck and everything is fully mounted and trust me, you won't want to miss it.